If you're the kind of person who gets wrapped up in other people and you lose yourself along the way while forming relationships, this video is for you. And by the end of it, you should no longer be the codependent NPC in someone else's game that we call life. It's time for you to step into your own main character energy because you need to quit walking around here like you're not supposed to be the HBIC of your own life. Okay, hun? That's ridiculous. So if you don't want to be told the truth, then you can just go ahead and click off right now because I'm not going to lie to you. Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back for another video. I'm Jaden if you're new here, and if not, hey girl, it's good to see you again. Today, I just wanted to hop on here real quick to give you the tough love reality wake-up call that you might need. No family member, friend, or lover can be your everything. People are imperfect. They will disappoint you at some time, and you can't go around putting all of your eggs into other people's baskets. If you never put any of your eggs in your own basket, what are you going to be left with? Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Because you're going to be over here giving all your love, all your time, all your attention to all these people who aren't giving you enough of that in return. So then you're left empty, depleted, confused, insecure. And it's time for that to stop. Because when the time comes for you to have to choose between yourself and someone else, you'll choose someone else every time because you don't know how to choose yourself, because you've never done it, because you've never had the level of self-love, self-respect that it took to walk away when a situation wasn't serving you. If you're the kind of person that stays too long in relationships, if you're the kind of person that stays in relationships where there is no love, if you're the kind of person that will let others walk all over you and you'll be the doormat for all of your friends or family members, this is not me trying to hate on you and make you feel bad about that, but somebody's got to tell you to stop because apparently you haven't told yourself that. That's why it keeps happening. You are the only one that can raise your standards of what it takes to access you. You have to set your own boundaries. And if you don't have any, if you can't think of one boundary off the top of your head that you have, that's a problem. You need to fix that. And I'm talking to you like this because I love you and I want the best for you. And I don't want to see people out here being used and abused. Okay? You need to have boundaries so that you can recognize when they're crossed and do the inner work so that you can walk away instead of sweeping it under the rug and being nice and quiet and dainty and demure when somebody hurts you. No, forget that. We're not being dainty and demure, cute and mute when someone wrongs us. We're not going to do it anymore. If you have been living your life as someone else's NPC, you have good girl syndrome. You're the nice girl. And if you want to stop feeling like you're last on everyone's list, then you have to put yourself at the top of your own list. Because if the time comes, and it will, if it hasn't already, where you have to choose between staying in a dynamic, an environment, a situation that doesn't serve you, or choosing yourself and walking away, despite the uncertainty and the uncomfortability that's going to come with that choice, there's work to do. The good news is that if you woke up today, the work isn't over. It can always get better, but it's not just going to magically get better. You have to decide that you want better, and then you have to be willing to accept nothing less. So if you're wanting to go date and you don't want the absolute bare minimum, then you have to decide that that's something you're not willing to accept. If you're not okay with guys hitting you up at 2 a.m. asking if you're up, then quit responding to those guys. Matter of fact, block them. That's a boundary. That's a standard. And those who can't meet it will immediately out themselves because as soon as they text you at 2 a.m., you up, WYD. You're like, oh, he's one of those. You're out. On to the next. It's really that easy. I don't care how cute he is. I don't care what he does for a living. I don't care if he has a six-pack. If he displays behavior that you're not okay with, then you have full autonomy to leave, to go somewhere else. You're not being held hostage. And if you are, you need to find a way to get some help out of that. DV is real. But if you are choosing to stay somewhere where you're not valued or respected, that is your own fault. If your life or someone else's life or your health or safety is not at risk by you leaving and you stay anyway, that is your fault. Holding your hand. Sorry, not sorry. I love you. Mwah. But yeah, that's the case here. And if you don't have anybody else in your life that will tell you that, hello, welcome to my channel. Because it is a choice to be codependent. It is a choice to stay silent when your soul is screaming for you to speak up. It is a choice to stifle your creativity instead of expressing it. It is a choice to take your bad day out on someone else. It is a choice to be on your phone and scroll social media instead of spending quality time and building core memories with your kids. It is a choice to keep hanging out with that friend who always insults you. It is a choice to keep going back to that relationship that doesn't serve you. If you're unhappy, it's the time to get so fucking real with yourself and decide if you're okay settling for scraps, or if you believe that you deserve better and you're brave enough to go find it. Nobody else can make that choice for you. Whatever bed you make, though, you got to lie in it. So don't stay somewhere that doesn't serve you and then bitch, moan, and complain all day and night about, oh, why don't you do this? You never do that anymore. Da, 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 da. Okay, he ain't doing it. Somebody else will. Go on somewhere. I can't stand to see people in relationships that don't serve them. It pisses me off. Because if you're having to beg somebody to do the bare minimum, they don't want to. They don't like you enough. That is not a reflection of your value, of your beauty, of your worth, okay? That just means that that person has chosen not to put in the work. But it doesn't mean you're worthless. If you are trying to beg somebody to do what they used to do in the beginning, or something they never did, if you have to beg, you're bothering the wrong person. You're not asking for too much. You are just asking the wrong person. And it's okay if you're not someone's dream girl. There are so many other people out there. You are someone's dream girl. But if you are in a relationship and you never really feel seen, heard, understood, valued, respected, appreciated, you're with the wrong person. Because there's more to love. And well, that's not love anyway, if you can't even express yourself. But there's more to love and relationships and marriage than just having someone to go to things with, or just having somebody to lay down next to. Talk about lonely. I would rather be by myself than feel lonely with someone. But if that's not how you feel and you'd rather just have somebody to hold on to, then put up and shut up, I guess. If you're not willing to take a chance and believe that there's better out there for you, then I guess there's not. Whether you believe there is or there isn't, you're right. And your reality will reflect that to you. If you believe that you're worthy and deserving of more, it will come to you. But if you're holding on so tightly to something that doesn't serve you, then your hands are closed. You can't be open to receiving what is right for you. So do with that what you will. Look, this whole video, I'm holding your hand when I say this, but I got to say it. It was on my heart today, so I got to share it. If you have to give up your identity, your independence, or your peace to keep something, then the cost is too great. Let it go. Invest somewhere else, because you'll never see a return. If you're giving up those things, you will never see a return on your investment. If you have to give up the essence of who you are, your identity, if you have to give up your independence, your freedom, your autonomy, if you have to give up your peace of mind, of body, of house and home, that is not worth it. And if that sounds too scary to accept, then you have some inner work to do, because nothing I just said was unreasonable. What's unreasonable is staying somewhere where you have to become a completely different person just to keep the peace. That's not peace. That's you suffering in silence and not having the guts to do anything about it. And I get that starting over from scratch with somebody else and having to learn somebody else and open up to somebody else, that might sound scary. But I think what's even scarier than that is looking back at the end of your life. You're reflecting on all that you did, on all the people you were around, and realizing that you should have left. You should have believed that you could receive more because you probably have so much love to give. But if you're always giving it to the wrong people, to the wrong things, you will always feel depleted. Loving someone else is supposed to add to your life. It's not supposed to take away. I'm not saying there will never be hard times, but this is why boundaries and standards are so important. Some people are like, oh, gold diggers are wrong and that's awful and I could never live like that. Okay, that's a boundary that you have for yourself. But if someone else would rather put their financial security and stability at the forefront as opposed to love and chemistry and compatibility, that's their choice. At least they're owning up to that and they know what they want and they're going to go get it. I think that's better than not knowing what you want and just settling for whatever anyone will give you because you don't even know who you are and what you want and what you deserve. So don't be hating on somebody else for living differently than you. Figure out who you are, what you want, the kind of life you want to live, and the kind of people you want to be around, and then be open to receiving it. Accept nothing less. Because in this world of billions and billions of people, your people are out there. But if you're not being yourself and you're not being authentic and you are not even open to the possibility that an amazing friend group who understands you is out there, or that a partner or partners that can love you in the ways that you need are out there, then you'll never experience it. So you are going to have to step outside of your comfort zone at some point. If you don't, you'll definitely be miserable. And I just made a video about how to step outside of your comfort zone. So go and watch that after this one. But another thing to understand is that not everyone's comfort zone has the same settings. So someone might disrespect two different people in the same exact way. One person might stay and put up with it, while the other finds it unacceptable and is going to leave immediately. That's why you've probably had a friend at some point who was telling you about her relationship, and you're like, girl, what are you doing? Because y'all have two different comfort zone settings. What's doable for her might feel dishonest to you. What may feel like happy enough for her may feel like hell to you. So this is why you've got to come up with your own boundaries, your own standards, because everyone's got a different list. And that's okay. That's what makes life fun and interesting. We can't all be the same. That would be boring. So there are all sorts of reasons why someone else's comfort zone setting and what they're willing to put up with is going to be different than yours. But don't go floating through life wondering why you're always an NPC or a supporting character when you don't even know what you want or who you are. Because once you figure those things out, you will naturally embody the main character energy that feels so elusive and unattainable right now. So if you are a big people pleaser, you've got the good girl syndrome, you're always the nice girl, there's a journey ahead of you. And that's okay. We all have a journey ahead of us, but it's going to require the inner work. And it's going to be uncomfortable. And honestly, the first place I would start is get angry. If you are so used to stuffing your voice down and always being nice and quiet and polite, even when you want to scream at somebody, get angry. You don't have to get angry at them and cause a scene and do all that, because that can also hurt your reputation. But at home, girl, let it out. Hit your pillow, hit your bed, the couch. Go to a rec room where you can like put on the suit and those goggles and just beat stuff. Like get angry, feel something. Then, I don't know, cry it out. Journal. Go to therapy. whatever you need to do. You can also get my dark feminine energy course called Dark and Divine to help you break out of that mold that society put you in. Because if you're too far in your light feminine, that's what you're going to be, is the good girl for the rest of your life. And being too far in your light or dark is not good. Just like being too far in your masculine or feminine is not good. But balancing them, that's the key. So if you would like help with that, go to the link in my description. You can get my course there or my ebook, any of my offerings, paid or free. And you can also book a one-on-one coaching call with me. So I know I would love to help you personally through your journey, love to meet you. But I hope this video has helped you. This was a brutally honest one. So if you made it to the end of this video, I am so proud of you. And just please remember that I say all of this with so much love. I just get really passionate. And go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. And I hope to see you in another video. YouTube thinks that you'll like this one next. So go ahead and keep hanging out with me if you want to. I love you so much. Bye.